One might wonder how being in a member country of the Federation can improve national security when the Federation is not a military organization, but a global labor movement focused on addressing the climate crisis. To demonstrate how this could happen, let's pretend you are in an Eastern European country with a belligerent, fossil fuel colonizer as a neighbor. The colonizer neighbors have finally finished pillaging their own country, and their oligarchs are getting restless, and will next start to turn on each other to get a larger slice of a shrinking economy that has run out of steam. They need to expand their available resources while kickstarting their economy with war spending. Of course, the oligarchs' children don't get sent off to war. It will be the rural communities who first send their children out to die for the profiteers. But wait, they won't be declared dead. They'll just be listed as MIA to save paying out death benefits. So for the oligarchs, it's a good deal all around. After all, they say it will be over in a few days. For a little expenditure of someone else's blood, the lazy and entitled can reap the profits of conquest. So they decide to move on your country with other people's children. Now, traditionally, you only have two choices: resist through violence alone, or surrender. Now, there might be an asymmetrical, alternative third option. One bad thing about colonialist countries is that, since they colonize places for the profit of their own businesses, those businesses and oligarchs don't like to pay the true costs of these wars, so they always underdeliver on their promises to the soldiers who fought the war. Sure, they hold up those soldiers and sailors as the standard bearers of patriotism, but the moment that soldier can no longer fight, they are just another disabled mouth to feed, and taking care of the person attached to that mouth might require higher taxes on their profits. While they love the financial benefits of their war, they recognize no debt to those who fight it. In the world of the oligarchs, there is no debt of honor you should have to pay, because there is no principle higher than maximizing profits to feed their power. So put yourself not in the shoes of the one being attacked, but in those of the one forced into attacking their neighbor. Driving you forward, there is an officer saying you must attack or you will be shot. There is a second rank further back to shoot you should you desert your meat wave. You participate in the meat wave attack, and as the officer said you would, you have taken 90% casualties, and you and the remnants of your unit are stuck in a ditch, low on ammo and nowhere to go. Retreat and risk getting killed by the fire of the defenders and maybe even your own side. You can continue to press across an open field and get killed in the act, and as you consider eating a grenade, as you were shown to in case of injury, a third option presents itself. A note drops in your lap, giving you two more options. You can surrender and receive fair and humane treatment with 3 meals a day, and when you go through processing for your detention, you will be registered to receive a UBI from the Federation when the feature comes available on a priority basis, should your homeland ever choose to participate in the Federation. Or you can surrender, receive fair and humane treatment and 3 meals a day, but join an auxiliary unit of your fellow countrymen that helps shore up the front on your side of the border. And with honorable service to the country you were forced to invade, you can get the veterans' benefits that your colonizer leaders would never follow through on, since they can barely keep government funded with all of their corruption. Additionally, with that service to the colonized country, your whole family back at home will also get priority enrollment in Federation UBI and benefits when they become available in your country of origin. Would your family really blame you for your defection and defending the colonized if it meant creating a vibrant, sustainable economy that sees to the workers of your homeland? If some international green energy company can sustain UBIs, healthcare, and infrastructure through better application of business, financing, and accounting practices, clearly the failures of leadership in your country are denying you this future to line their own pockets. Your leaders say they care about you, but they send you to war based on lies. They only roll you out to try to show how powerful they are. Then they try to hide the casualties they create. Paying veterans benefits would acknowledge the full extent of your nation's suffering from your leaders' corruption. So the choice is yours. Do you accept the good faith offer of a labor-driven organization that operates with transparency, accountability, and ranked choice democracy? Or continue to fight people who are not your enemy, in service to people who are not your friends or even truly fellow citizens, as they have pillaged the potential of your great nation to serve their narrow self-interest for generations? How many excess deaths have their policies caused over the years because the failure was simply more profitable? And who paid the real costs of those deaths and the suffering that followed? Why would you not rather surrender, not to a nation, but to a neighbor? And even, according to your own leader, your brethren, so that you may free your own people from those who would want to subjugate you all. Now, if you were a defender, and you could make this pitch to the invading forces, how many do you think might be interested in laying down arms? For once, the choice is yours and theirs. You know, hypothetically, of course.